Well, I'd like you to picture with me a piano student. Let's call her Esperanza. And she's, let's say, 10 years old and has had piano lessons for 3 years. And she's excited about a recital, and she invites her very favorite uncle, Uncle Luis. And he comes. Now, he arrives just as the piano teacher is welcoming the audience, and he finds a seat with Esperanza's parents and siblings, and he's picked up a program on his way in, and he sees that Esperanza is number 17 of 29 students. So he settles back to listen to the recital. But a couple of students in, he takes out his cell phone and he checks the score of the soccer game that he's missing. And then he sees he has a couple text messages, so he reads those and he answers a couple. Oh, he checks the weather, scans the news headlines until it's Esperanza's turn to play. And then he puts his phone down. He listens with enthusiasm while his favorite niece plays the piano. He claps appreciatively when she's done. After she takes a seat, he takes his cell phone back out and proceeds to engage himself with his phone for the rest of the recital. Now, you might be thinking, how rude. But instead of focusing on his audience manners, I want to focus on the missed opportunity of that teacher to create a recital experience designed to engage all of the audience, including Uncle Luis, from start to finish. So no one's afraid, no one's tempted by their cell phone. Now, a confession, I used to be a teacher like that, and I used to have recitals like that. So I'm here today to share with you my experience of how I grew from having ho-hum recitals to striving to design recitals that engage my audience, really captivate them from start to finish. The year was 2012, and I was a brand new MTNA member. I had been teaching piano lessons in Reno, Nevada for 18 years in complete isolation. I didn't know any other piano teachers. I had no idea there was a national association, a professional organization for independent music teachers. It was just news to me. I didn't even know about the Northern Nevada Music Teachers Association, my very active local affiliate. But once I joined, my eyes were open to the world of all the support that's available for piano teachers. And I was excited to start to receive the American Music Teacher magazine. And one of the very first issues I received had an article about student attrition and the problem of junior high students dropping out of music lessons because social interaction becomes so much more important. And they get into sports or band or orchestra, and those things tend to trump a solitary activity like playing the piano. So to put this in context, I was a new empty nester. My children had gone away for college, and I decided that in my empty nest years, I wanted to focus on becoming a better piano teacher and growing my studio. So of course I was interested in this concept of student attrition due to a lack of students feeling like they were part of something bigger than just themselves. Believe it or not, that decision right there is what set me down a path that led me to where I am today and the kind of recitals I have. And I know that might seem unlikely, but I'm going to tell you that story, and I think by the end of the webinar, you'll understand how I got from there to where I am now. So you might be wondering, how do I know my recitals are so special, right? I know I'm kind of tooting my own horn here, but the short answer to that is the feedback I get from audience members. And maybe a secondary answer is just the size of the audience that my recitals attract. So that's how I can come to you kind of confidently saying, I have pretty good recitals and I'd like to share with you why.